Listen carefully, everybody. Do you realize all that we've accomplished in 2009? We hosted incredible events, built exhibits, and broke records. We won national attention, debuted a new look, and stirred the hearts of Hamilton County voters to once again vote yes to support Union Terminal. Let's look at how we did it.
My fellow citizens.
2009 kicked off in a big way, a giant screen in the rotunda kind of way. On January 20th, thousands of Cincinnatians packed every corner of Union Terminal to watch the historic swearing in of Barack Obama as this nation's 44th president. March 28th inaugurated our first annual Learning Through Play conference. It brought together over 30 local groups and hundreds of parents for mind-growing, hands-on fun. Also in March, a year after we cut the cake on Union Terminal's 75th anniversary, we sealed our new time capsule. Containing more than 50 items showcasing Cincinnati and the world in 2009, the capsule will be sealed for 100 years. We are Cincinnati Museum Center, and this has been my Museum Center. Embracing Web 2.0, April launched our new weekly webisode series, My Museum Center in a Minute. With 40 episodes in our pocket, we've only just begun to tell CMC's myriad stories. Did you hear the griot tell magical stories at African Culture Fest? Or sample some of the spicy flavors Deca was sizzling up at Latin American Culture Fest? Bugfest crawled back into Museum Center this year with its highest attendance ever. We delighted in new friends and some of our favorite activities, like racing cockroaches and munching on scorpions. Out west, Dinosaur Field School dug into the rocks of Montana again this summer and came home far from empty-handed with new Diplodocus fossils and a new, complete marine reptile specimen.
I knew it was going to be important that I try to memorize this man.
The fall also saw a new, more insightful lecture series. It began with Picking Cotton. This standing room only experience showed how a social injustice was righted and how an eternal friendship was formed. Later lectures addressed the issues of pandemic flu and new technologies in archaeology. 5 incredible people were honored at our Duke Energy Children's Museum Annual Difference Makers Awards. It highlighted those whose selfless work is making a positive difference in the lives of Cincinnati youth. Our furry, flying friends soared back through the rotunda on Halloween as Batfest made its fuzzy return, showcasing vampire bats, our own flight cage, and even the world's largest bat. And in December, Santa and his elves transformed Union Terminal into a frenzy of good cheer and excitement at the North Pole Pajama Party. The number and variety of exhibits that whizzed in and out of Union Terminal this year is befitting a bustling train station. The year began with an important community dialogue about race. Are we so different? The exhibit was developed with direction from CMC's Director Emeritus, Dr. John Fleming. It flipped stereotypes upside down and investigated cultural attitudes towards race using the power of science, the insight of history, and the honesty of our own hearts. We presented a unique Talking Circles program with Bridges for a Just Community, a Cinema of Color Film Festival, lectures on growing up Jim Crow, incarcerating Japanese Americans, and a Darwinian perspective on race, a First Unitarian Church reconciliation ceremony, and of course, our annual series of Culture Fests. Did you know that dinosaurs were feathered? Not scaly, not slippery, but covered in feathers, like birds. Dinosaurs Unearthed and Dinosaurs Alive came thundering into the rotunda in February 2009 as the largest dinosaur exhibit to ever hit the city. Cincinnati Museum Center was the national debut of the feathered fossils, and the roaring, moving dinosaurs became our 3rd most attended exhibit in history. With so many dinosaurs to keep an eye on, some baby velociraptors were able to sprint out the door and cause us some trouble. In the end, Facebook networking helped bring them back, along with 1,100 new friends. Dinosaurs Unearthed is now traveling the country in conjunction with CMC's traveling exhibit team. and it's been enhanced with new hands-on interactive components built by us. The exhibits team moves seamlessly from dinosaurs to Darwin's finches to Catholic nuns this year. Darwin's Revolution opened to mark the 150th anniversary of his book on the origin of species. It featured items from our natural history collections as well as Gene Kritsky's private collections of Darwin documents and memorabilia. Women in Spirit, Catholic Sisters in America made its national debut at Cincinnati Museum Center. The exhibit tells compelling stories of the innovative women who shaped education, government, healthcare, and more in our country. We play a special role in that story by caring for more than 70 priceless artifacts from over 400 religious communities, including a letter from Thomas Jefferson, Civil War medical bags, and a bassinet from the New York Foundling Hospital. Also traveling the nation through our traveling exhibit team, Women in Spirit opens this month at the Smithsonian's Ripley Gallery. We just finished sweeping all the sand out of Union Terminal after the close of the Lost Egypt and Lost Cincinnati exhibits on January 3rd. Did you get to ride on the camel? Real mummies, breathtaking photography of modern-day Egypt, Umi and his incredible CT scans from University of Cincinnati, and tales from our own archaeologist, Bob Genheimer, and Gene Kritsky really got the city to dig this exhibit. And Union Terminal was a part of your holiday tradition, right? Holiday Junction and Toys Through Time delighted many generations once again, brightening up the holidays for everyone. Partnerships, visitors, and a big pat on the back brought national eyes to Cincinnati Museum Center in 2009. The opening of the America I Am exhibit tour put our name on the front page of the New York Times Art and Design section last January. And in March, Forbes Traveler magazine listed us as the 17th most visited museum in the country. The National Science Foundation recognized our scientists with 2 research grants, one to Dr. Brenda Hunda for her work with trilobites, and one to Dr. Herm Mays for his genetic research in the new DNA lab at the Geyer Center.
Today's award and the success.
And then the really big news came. We were honored with the highest national recognition a museum can receive, the National Medal, awarded by the Institute of Museum and Library Services. Only 5 museums in the country are selected each year out of more than 17,000 museums in the nation. The award recognizes outstanding community service and is certainly a point of pride for our entire community. And possibly the greatest achievement of 2009, Issue 6, the levy to support Union Terminal, passed with 68% of the Hamilton County vote. It was a landmark effort, and we are deeply grateful. In the beginning of the year, we announced to the public the need for extensive repair and restoration of Union Terminal. In the spring, we reported with the University of Cincinnati's Economic Center that Cincinnati Museum Center makes an $87 million economic impact annually on our community. In the late summer, we rocked the Rotunda, a successful effort to sign up campaign volunteers, educate about early voting, and spread the word to get out the vote. From that rally to Election Day, CMC staff and volunteers held more than 70 community meetings, delivered thousands of yard signs, walked at least 100 neighborhoods and a number of parades, and it all paid off with a resounding community endorsement. All we can continue to say is thank you. 2009 was a year we'll never forget. Roaring dinosaurs, thought-provoking events, national awards, and a huge community vote of yes. 68% yes. We are a community leader, an innovator, and an internationally recognized institution of research and family fun. It's all thanks to the combined effort of hundreds of passionate staff and volunteers and insightful guiding minds, like yours. At the start of 2010, we look to an exciting future, a new decade full of possibilities and transformations to come. Happy New Year, everybody!